If you've ever spent nights wondering why someone ignored your message, why people judge you, or why you keep trying to control situations that only leave you exhausted, then this idea might completely change the way you live. Imagine waking up one day and realizing that peace doesn't come from controlling people. It comes from letting them. Let them misunderstand you. Let them doubt you. Let them walk away. And most importantly, let yourself stop chasing approval. That is the core message of the Let Them theory by Mel Robbins, a simple but powerful mindset that can transform relationships, confidence, stress, and happiness. And in this video, you'll discover exactly how this theory works and why millions of people are connecting so deeply with it. So make sure you stay until the end, because the final lessons could completely change the way you react to people forever. Most people spend their entire lives trying to manage other people's opinions. We want everyone to like us. We want people to text back faster, appreciate us more, respect us more, support us more, love us more. And without realizing it, we become emotionally controlled by everyone around us. One bad comment ruins our day. One rejection destroys our confidence. One ignored message creates anxiety. We become prisoners of other people's behavior. Mel Robbins says the problem is simple. We are trying to control things that were never ours to control in the first place. You cannot control another person's emotions, choices, reactions, effort, loyalty, honesty, or commitment. You can beg, chase, explain, argue, and overthink, but at the end of the day, people will do what they want to do. And that is where the Let Them theory begins. If someone doesn't invite you somewhere, let them. If someone wants to leave your life, let them. If someone misunderstands your intentions, let them. If someone refuses to see your worth, let them. Because the moment you stop fighting reality, you finally become who you want them to be. Mel says to simply observe them and let their behavior reveal who they truly are. This doesn't mean becoming cold or heartless. It means becoming emotionally intelligent. It means accepting reality instead of exhausting yourself trying to rewrite it. Think about how much energy people waste trying to be chosen. Social media has made this even worse. People constantly seek validation through likes, comments, followers, and attention. We compare our lives to everyone else and feel inadequate. We start performing instead of living authentically. But the Let Them theory reminds us that peace begins when you stop needing everyone's approval. Not everyone will understand your dreams. Not everyone will support your growth. Not everyone will clap when you succeed. And that's okay. Because your life is not meant to be lived for the comfort of other people. Another important lesson from the book is that rejection is often protection. Sometimes people leaving your life feels painful because we assume loss means failure. But Mel explains that many endings are actually redirections. Some relationships end because they are no longer healthy. Some opportunities disappear because they are not aligned with your future. Some people walk away because they were only meant to be temporary chapters in your story. But instead of trusting life, we panic. We chase closure. We beg for explanations. We try to force connections that are naturally falling apart. The Let Them theory teaches you to stop resisting endings. Let people leave. Let situations unfold naturally. Because what is truly meant for you will not require you to lose yourself to keep it. One of the biggest reasons people suffer emotionally is because they personalize everything. Someone acts rude, and we assume it's about us. Someone is distant, and we blame ourselves. Someone criticizes us, and we question our worth. But the truth is, most people are fighting battles we know nothing about. Their behavior often reflects their own pain, insecurity, fear, or limitations. When you understand this, you stop taking everything personally. Someone ignores your value? Let them. Someone chooses another path? Let them. Someone underestimates you? Let them. Their behavior does not define your worth. And this shift changes everything. The book also talks about boundaries, which many people misunderstand. A boundary is not about controlling others. It is about deciding what you will tolerate. You cannot force people to respect you, but you can remove yourself from environments where you are constantly disrespected. You cannot force people to communicate better, but you can choose not to stay in toxic conversations. Boundaries are acts of self-respect. Mel explains that emotionally mature people stop trying to control others and start controlling their own responses. That is real power. Anyone can react emotionally. Anyone can argue, scream, chase, or manipulate. But staying calm, grounded, and self-aware when things don't go your way, that is strength. There's also a powerful idea in the book about anxiety. A huge amount of anxiety comes from trying to predict and control outcomes. We overthink conversations before they happen. We imagine worst-case scenarios. We replay moments repeatedly in our heads. We become mentally exhausted because we are constantly trying to manage uncertainty. But the let them theory interrupts this cycle. Instead of obsessing over what people might do, let them do what they're going to do. Then respond accordingly. This mindset instantly creates emotional peace because it pulls you back into the present moment. You stop was. You are allowed to distance yourself from draining people. You are allowed to outgrow friendships. You are allowed to choose yourself. And this message hits deeply because so many people abandon themselves trying to avoid disappointing others. The let them theory also changes the way you approach success. Many people stay small because they are afraid of judgment. They fear criticism, failure, or looking foolish. So they never start the business, never post the content, never follow their dream, never speak their truth. But Mel says something powerful. People will judge you no matter what. If you fail, people will talk. If you succeed, people will talk. If you stay quiet, people will talk. If you express yourself, people will talk. So let them. The moment you stop fearing judgment, you unlock freedom. You stop living for an audience and start living for yourself. This idea becomes especially important in relationships. Many people lose themselves trying to keep someone interested. They overgive, overexplain, oversacrifice, and overthink everything. But healthy relationships do not require constant performance. Real love does not require you to abandon your self-respect. If someone truly values you, their actions will show it consistently. And if they don't, let them reveal that truth early instead of forcing fake closeness. The book constantly reminds readers that acceptance is not weakness. Acceptance is clarity. It means seeing reality honestly instead of emotionally. It means understanding that forcing people only creates resentment and suffering. Mel Robbins also explains that emotional freedom comes from detachment. Detachment does not mean you stop caring. It means your peace no longer depends on controlling everything around you. You care deeply, but you are no longer destroyed by outcomes you cannot control. This mindset is incredibly powerful because it creates resilience. Life becomes lighter. You stop chasing people who don't choose you. You stop begging for validation. You stop exhausting yourself trying to fix everyone. And instead, you focus on building your own life. Your goals. Your confidence. Your peace. Your purpose. Another important part of the book is self-awareness. Often, the reason we struggle to let people be themselves is because we fear loneliness, rejection, or abandonment. We attach our self-worth to being accepted. But Mel challenges readers to become emotionally independent. She encourages people to build a strong relationship with themselves first. Because when you truly value yourself, you stop tolerating situations that constantly hurt you. You stop shrinking to fit into spaces where you are not appreciated. You stop chasing people who only want your attention but not your presence. And slowly your standards rise. One beautiful idea in the book is that life becomes easier when you stop fighting reality. Imagine standing in the rain screaming for the sky to stop raining. That sounds ridiculous, right? Yet emotionally, that's what many people do every day. They argue with reality. They resist what already exists. They try to force outcomes beyond their control. The let them theory says stop resisting. Observe reality. Accept reality. Then decide how you want to respond. That simple shift can save years of emotional suffering. As the book moves forward, Mel Robbins emphasizes that confidence is built through action, not approval. Many people wait for encouragement before they believe in themselves. But confidence grows when you keep showing up despite fear, criticism, and uncertainty. You do not need everyone to understand your journey. You only need the courage to continue. And perhaps the most powerful message in the entire book is this: your peace is your responsibility. Not your partner's. Not your family's. Not society's. Yours. The world will always contain rejection, misunderstanding, disappointment, and uncertainty. But your emotional stability cannot depend on controlling all of it. Real peace comes from accepting what you cannot control and mastering what you can. And what can you control? Your mindset. Your reactions. Your boundaries. Your habits. Your choices. Your healing. That is where your power lives. By the end of the book, the let them theory feels less like advice and more like freedom. Freedom from overthinking. Freedom from people-pleasing. Freedom from chasing validation. Freedom from emotional exhaustion. Because once you truly understand this mindset, you stop wasting your life trying to force people to become who you want them to be. You simply let them. And in doing so, you finally become yourself. If this summary connected with you, then take a moment to reflect on one area of your life where you've been forcing things that clearly need peace instead of pressure. Sometimes the strongest thing you can do is stop chasing, stop controlling, and simply let life reveal the truth. And if you enjoyed this audiobook summary, make sure to subscribe, like the video, and share it with someone who needs emotional peace in their life right now. Because one small mindset shift can completely transform the way someone experiences the world. 10 learning objectives from this book. 1. Stop trying to control other people's actions and focus on controlling your own responses. 2. Understand that people's behavior reveals their priorities and true character. 3. Learn to accept rejection as protection and redirection. 4. Build emotional peace by letting go of constant overthinking. 5. Create healthy boundaries without guilt or fear. 6. Stop seeking validation from social media and other people's opinions. 7. Develop self-respect by refusing to chase unhealthy relationships. 8. Practice emotional detachment while still caring deeply about others. 9. Gain confidence by taking action instead of waiting for approval. 10. Protect your peace by accepting reality instead of fighting it.